Hello, Rúben. How are you today?
Hi, yeah, I'm good. You?
Very good. Thank you so much for being here again on Amá CONVERSA. This is actually part two with you, Rúben Gonçalves of Faro,
Yes.
Portugal. And you are an artist from Algarve. And today I'm going to speak with you only in English. I know last time I tried my best to speak in Portuguese with
No,
you.
but you were good. You were good.
Oh, thank you so much. You're very, very kind. But today we'll focus a little bit more on your artwork. And today I actually have one of my favorites that you've done behind me. So I
Yeah,
guess
you're
it's
at my
good.
exhibition now.
Yes, I am. It does look like I'm there, right?
Yeah. It's closed, but you're there.
I know because of the coronavirus, unfortunately,
Yeah, we're in
we
lockdown.
Ruben's exhibit had to close temporarily. It will be opened again, but they don't know when they will open. But
We don't have no
Ruben,
information.
this is a very good icebreaker here. Can you explain a little bit about the art behind me? And if you want to look at this art close up, I posted it on the Palma Media Facebook page, so anyone can go there and check out 7 pieces of artwork by Ruben. But can you explain the one behind me?
Yeah, and also they're all on my profile, and you can also see even more in my feed. So if you also want to check it out there,
Yes.
it's the same one there and more pictures. Yeah, about that piece, it's like to explain a piece is a really hard thing because I usually don't actually do it because I rather just leave the works open for interpretation, for
Yes.
personal interpretation of each
And I'm sure we appreciate
individual.
that too, right? We appreciate that too because then we don't have any influence and we look at it with an open mind and we're able to say whatever we think about it, which I
Yes. So
appreciate.
the thing I can actually do is just give a little bit of context about the work and not give an explanation, but more of a context. So
Yes.
yeah, that work is called Traces of a Past. It's a work that it started as a work from this series right here, like that one,
Mhm.
which was a series called Lahar, which Lahar is an Indonesian word for a phenomenon of it's like a liquid that comes out after a volcano eruption. A mix of the lava with dirt creates kind of a muddy thing, and that's called lahar in
Oh,
Indonesian. And so, yeah, I started doing it with this technique, but then, like 2 years after the work was done, this was a work that lasted for 2 years until it was finished. Um,
wow.
2 years after the work was done, I just thought, why not just uh, explore it again? Try and make because it looked kind of like this one behind me
Okay.
before it was like that.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, basically I started like, oh, let's retry, let's reappropriate that drawing, that painting, and make something new out of it. Yes, I it's a very angry piece, as you can see.
Yes.
It has, and that's why the title of the work is, it has traces of its past. That's why it's called Traces of a Past. You can see, you can kind of see where what it was before it was destroyed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of the, it's kind of a memory. I like the way I kind of see it. It's like kind of a memory that used to be something and it's not anymore, but you can still get some little details that you can recall to that past. Yeah,
That's
it's a work,
beautiful. Honestly,
to work about memory basically. Yeah, but I don't want to get too much into it because I want to leave some space for people to actually take their own interpretation of the work, obviously. Yeah.
I kind of look at it like a beautiful disaster. Kind of like 2020 was just a beautiful disaster, and a lot of bad came from it, but a lot of good did come from it as well. So when I look at this piece of art, which this is my favorite, I think, from your exhibit, or at least one of my favorites. To me, I've never seen a piece of art like this. How did you get it to look destroyed? Was that an organic destroy, or what happened there?
I kind of smashed it like against the floor.
And then that was the result. No more,
Yeah.
literally that.
I basically committed an aggression.
Yes, yes. So it's kind
That's
of
what
like,
I did.
yeah, so a memory of what it once was. It was something so beautiful, and then a tragic accident happened, or I'm going to call it an accident.
Let's call it an incident. Not an accident at all.
And yes, an incident occurred, and then you were left with this. But I love it because, you know, like you said, it could be anyone's interpretation. For someone, it could be this. For someone else, it could be something else, you know.
Like any artwork from anyone.
Exactly. And so you have a lot of different artworks behind you. Are you in your proper studio place, or where exactly are you right now?
No, I'm at my house actually. I just grabbed a few works and just put it here to make a set. Because at my studio, the Wi-Fi coverage is not that good. So I came to the house because the router is in the house, not in the studio. The studio is in the back of the house. So to make this call, I would need to be in the house. So I just grabbed a few things and put it here. Actually, that one and that one, the ones in the walls, they're usually just here. They're usually just here in the house. The rest I just grabbed and put it here. And
I noticed that your canaries are not making noise today, but if you can hear, my cat is very talkative today.
No, they're already sleeping, I think.
Oh.
at least one of them is. The other one I can hear it moving, but.
And you just told me their names yesterday, Pepi and Shirley, right?
Yeah.
How did you come up with those cute, adorable names?
Wasn't me.
No? Oh my gosh.
Nope.
I love those names. They're very American names, Pepi and Shirley.
I mean, my mom's boyfriend is Irish, so.
Got it. Very cool. Very cool.
So he gave them the names.
Oh, nice. Very cool. And I noticed your glasses right before we started recording. Yeah. I told you that they reminded me of Kurt Cobain's sunglasses from a very iconic poster that I grew up with in my room. And you said you know exactly what that photo is. And that's why you got those glasses, because
I bought them because of him. Yeah.
That's kind of
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan too. So that's kind of interesting that we both have that in common. And I remember on part 1, which was episode 2, if anyone wants to go back and check it out, it's episode 2 of part 1 with Rúben, and it is found on the Pama Media Facebook page. But on there, you kind of mentioned a little bit about how you've been involved with music before in the past. You were in bands. And then when you are creating your artwork, you also love to listen to different kinds of music. So today we won't focus on it too much, but it is a part of you. And not only that, it is a part of your artwork. So I wanted you to talk a little bit about how you were involved with the music before. What exactly were you involved in? And you talked a little bit about it on the part 1 about music when you listen to it. But yeah, you can go ahead and talk a little bit about music and you.
So basically, back in high school, I mean, I've always liked music. Obviously, I've always listened to music since I was a child. All like from my parents' influence. They always listen to records in the house and in the car. So yeah, basically when I went to high school, I started listening to a lot of rock music and metal music, and then I bought a bass and started having bass classes with a very good teacher. And yeah, then I started a band with some friends. I had a few of them. I had a lot of tries, a lot of different tries with different people, and yeah, I managed just to give like one or two concerts. Not big thing, but it was pretty fun. I made a, I We created a lot of music, and it was pretty cool. It was a pretty good time, and yeah, it all ended back in, I think, 2016 was when I actually stopped having bands. I think it was 2016. And yeah, after a concert, and because the band broke up and everything. And
Okay.
then, yeah, basically a year and a half ago, or no more, I think back in 2017, when I started doing those works that I described you, the drawings, the big drawings and big paintings. I started listening to a lot of music while doing them because I thought of those works like a kind of a therapy.
Yes.
So music was really helpful to make my mind go totally blank and just do the painting without thinking of anything else.
Yes.
And yeah, so basically my rule is the music I listen while I'm painting or drawing or whatever work I'm doing cannot have any vocals, like no vocals. Sometimes I have done things while listening to like Fado, but it's not usual. Usually it's just music without any lyrics, any vocals.
Kind.
Usually just instrumentals, yeah. Um,
So like, do you like
Jazz.
classical too, or just jazz? And you said Japanese, didn't you say something like that?
Yeah, some things, yeah. So yeah, classical music, jazz, Chinese traditional music,
There you go.
uh, or Chinese popular music. I don't know how to call it, but
Yes.
it's one of those. It's like those meditation musics,
Yes.
yeah, with the flutes and yeah. I also listen to some post rock, which is all like crescendos and instrumental, no
That's
voices.
cool.
And yeah, around those areas, some ambient music sometimes, but not usually. But
Fantastic.
yeah, those are the things I usually listen to the most, especially Chinese traditional music. It really helps me focus. And yeah, classical music was also a thing that was really important to some of my works. I actually talked in that the interview you saw with Joanna,
Mhm.
we talked about, and I think she shared, and you probably saw it, some two paintings called Rights for Stravinsky, which I don't have on my Instagram,
Mhm.
but I can post them or I can send them to you, and you can
Yes, of
post
course.
them for whoever is seeing this can see them, which were basically based on Igor Stravinsky's work, and which is a classical Russian um,
Composer.
composer. Yeah, and yeah, I did two works based on his music, Rights for Stravinsky 1 and 2, and those were exhibited in my final exhibition at the university. No, from my university final exhibition, not at the university.
That's
Yeah,
fun. I'll have to check it out. Send it to me. I'll definitely post it. And
yeah, I'll send you the pictures of both of them. Yeah.
okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And then I think you touched on it. By the way, one quick question. Is there ever a time that you do art and you don't listen to music and you don't have anything like that, or you always do listen to some type of instrumental?
No, so a lot of times that I'm just not listening to anything.
A
Yeah,
lot of times you don't
but
listen to anything.
yeah, but when I am with my head full of thoughts and full of things, I really need to listen to music. But when I'm actually focused, I don't listen to anything.
Nice, nice, nice. And so, what would you say your style is? Do you have a specific style? Do you only do one type of style, or what do you think? If you had to sum it up, it's hard to sum it up, right? What kind of
What What do you mean
you
by
have to sum up
style?
your style is very, to me, I know on the first episode or the part one of episode 2, I said that your artwork is very dark. But then when I started to look at it again, I actually felt the opposite. I felt that it was enlightening. So it was light. So I don't know, is it something more, I know it's about, you know, um death in some way, right? And most of it is
Yeah, not all of it, but
not all of
most.
it, and it's
Some of the work, yeah.
relating to like humans and how we once were, and then a lot of the times you use charcoal. Is there any kind of word that would just sum all of this up? Just finality? Is that what
Unless you, I mean, if you want to sum all my work
it's very
in
hard?
one word, the only thing you can actually say is my name, because it's the only thing that can sum up all my work, because it's, I mean, I have so many different
Yes.
explorations that I do in my work, so I can't really sum it up in one thing.
Yes. So because like there's certain people that only do surrealism, or there's certain people that only do watercolors or whatever, and they only do forests, or they only do oceans, or they only do whatever. But you're not. You do different things. You do
I mean, my paintings and drawings are all abstract, and you can call it an abstract art, obviously. But all my sculptures and installations are conceptual art.
Yes. Okay, so that's
So,
exactly what I was trying to ask you. So basically, you're more abstract, but you do conceptual art, and that's about it, just abstract and conceptual art then.
mostly, yeah, yeah. That's about. But those two drawers are so big that
That's,
it's
yeah.
it's really hard to define something when you say conceptual. Conceptual is a really
It could be anything.
broad
It could be,
term. Could be a lot of things. Yeah, definitely. I've done conceptual works way before I defined a style to my work.
got it.
So, and it was way different, and it was still conceptual art, and not confused with concept art.
That was a
No.
very interesting question, just like on part one when I asked you, who are you? And you're like, that is a philosophical question. It's a very
A very vague one.
yeah, and multi-level, like you could just say so many things there.
Yeah.
One more question before we wrap it up, Rúben. What are some of your future goals that you would like to do with your art? And what is the message that you want to give to all of us here that are looking at your artwork? What is something that you would like to say to us, if you do have anything to say?
Okay, so about the first topic, plans for the future. Yeah. So definitely, I want to take my master degree next year. Not next year, next school year. So in around September,
Start your master's.
starting in September, basically. I want to go take my master degree in Porto, and yeah, other plans. Just be part of more exhibitions, more projects, explore other parts of my art and of myself as an artist. Go back to some themes that I had never, that I have worked before and I'm not working right now. I want to go back to those.
Awesome.
Like, I want to work more around the theme of the sea again, that I explored back in 2019,
Yes.
2 years ago. And I really want to go back to that theme because I know it's a theme that I can really, really explore, because I'm really interested in it.
I said, I'm so
Sorry?
excited for that.
Yeah, I really want to explore that theme way more. And because, like, yeah, I did one of the works at the exhibition that's closed now. Let's, I was going to say open now, but it's not open.
Yeah.
But you're in it. So over there in that place where you are, yeah, one of the works that's there is actually about the sea. I mean, not about the sea, but it's based on the theme
It has
of
an
water,
of nautical,
which is called un farol, which is a lighthouse. And
that's actually
it's a
one of the
sculpture.
Portuguese words that I need to know, because I have a farol tattoo on my shoulder.
So you should know, yeah.
I should definitely know.
And yeah, I really want to go back exploring some of the techniques that I have explored a lot before, like printing, like engraving, and I really want to go back to exploring that technique. I want to explore other parts of my work because, like, I've done some pieces before that I thought that really had a potential, and I never touched it again. That part of my work. So I really want to go back to that and explore it again, and really bring that potential up again.
Yeah.
And yeah, and about the second part, I kind of forgot what you asked after.
Oh, I said, is there anything that you would like to tell us here that are tuning into the radio or watching your interview on Facebook? Is there anything that you would like to tell us? Because I definitely will always be tuning into you and looking for your work, and I will always follow you to see what else that you have in store, because I know that this is literally just the beginning of a bunch of things that are about to happen to you. I mean, of course, the pandemic, it slowed a lot of things down, but once it's gone, I definitely feel a lot of good things are going to be happening for you. Your art is amazing, and it needs to be shown to more people.
Yeah, basically, yeah, about the pandemic, I mean, this lockdown, I'm just going to take it as an opportunity to do more work, focus in my art, work way more than I have in the last 2 months, because I've been kind of not working that much after the exhibition opened. So I need to really go back to the rhythm that I was working. And yeah, that's what I want to focus now for this lockdown. And yeah, basically the thing I want to tell is like people shouldn't really block themselves from like making art, because a lot of people just say like, oh, I'm not talented, I don't know how to draw, I don't know.
I see that all the time, yes.
I don't know if I can say the word I'm thinking, but
You say that's a bunch of bull beep.
yes, that's it. Yeah, BS. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Because it's all a lie. Because basically, people program themselves to think that art is something that it is actually not. It doesn't take talent. I don't really believe in talent anyway. So it just takes work.
Yes.
Like, just explore, open up, do whatever comes to mind, and
I would have
something will come out of it.
I would
Like
have to agree.
singing, whatever. No talent is required. I don't believe in talent in my
Whatever
opinion.
you want to learn, there, all you have to do is Google a tutorial, as we know, right, Ruben? You just Google a tutorial and then
Yeah, but I don't agree with that for art's sake.
Okay. But you can learn some techniques through YouTube as well for art, right? But you're saying you should just let your own self speak and just
Yeah, no filters.
That's awesome. You know, I haven't painted in such a long time, but your paintings are making me have saudade, like just everything about it.
Just go for it.
Yeah, I miss it so much. I feel like I'm gonna have to do that soon. At least soon. I'm not gonna say when, but I'm gonna have to do that very soon.
Soon, yeah, just go for it.
Well, thank you so much, Ruben, for being here with us again on Amá
Thank you.
CONVERSA for a part 2. I love your art and cannot wait to see what else you do with, I know you said it's not a talent, but I'm going to have to disagree with you. I believe that you are very talented, and I can't wait to see what else that you bring to the table. Thank you so much. Cheers. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.